Well, hey girl, if you are looking for a Wet n Wild makeup review and you're looking at the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer, then look no further, because in today's video, we are actually talking about the new and improved formula on this Must Have Drugstore Makeup Series video. It's coming your way right now. Well, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here for a bit, if you are new, I am super glad that you were here today. My name is Lauren and my channel is all about making beauty easy for the girl who thinks that she can't. My hope today is that you will consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you can get alerts every single time I upload new videos, which is every single Friday, every third Thursday, and every fourth Tuesday of the month. Well, I'm gonna ask that you would smash that thumbs up button if you were super amped to jump back into my must-have drugstore makeup series. And this is a series I've been doing on my channel now for a couple of months, and I'm kind of hoping that it never ends, that there's always good drugstore products for us to talk about. And right now, I still have a whole slew of things to talk to you guys about in this series. But today, we are actually talking about the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer, and this is kind of a revamped formula. And I wanted to chat about it because I went and bought several, not just bronzers, but several products from Wet n Wild a couple of weeks ago. And that started because a couple of y'all were commenting on some of the other drugstore videos that I have, and I'll link the whole series for you so you can catch up. And you were talking about some of the products that you love from Wet n Wild. And then in my private Facebook group, I do a monthly show called Contour and Converse where I create a makeup look in real time. And last month we were talking in Contour and Converse about highlighters that we love, and you guys started talking about Wet n Wild there. And I was like, okay. So that afternoon when I went to the gym, I decided to stop by Walgreens and go ahead and pick up some Wet n Wild products. And you guys, I have seriously been loving all the products that I've picked up. Well, today I want to chat about this bronzer because I'm super duper impressed with it, and it's really hard for me to find a good bronzer that I like that doesn't make my skin look muddy or doesn't make my skin look a little bit harsh or too orange and all those fancy fun things that sometimes bronzers can do. So I want to chat today about this one, so let's go ahead and jump in. So one of the first things I want to mention about Wet n Wild as a whole is that they are now a cruelty-free company, and I just want to say way to go Wet n Wild. This is definitely an exciting thing, and it's something that I'm looking for now on my products before I buy them. So seeing this made me super excited and made me even more excited to try more of the products just because the whole brand is gone cruelty-free. And I feel like this is a thing that I'm starting to see even more so in a lot of different brands, whether they're drugstore or they're high-end brands. Everyone is migrating towards this, and as somebody who is a lover of animals and wants to protect every single one of them on this planet, I could not be happier about that. I'm so glad that we are doing that. The beauty industry, we can do better and we don't have to test on animals, and I'm so excited that Wet n Wild is on that train. So I wanted to shout that out before we even got into why this product is amazing, because if nothing else, that's really the only thing you need to know, right? So, okay, I have a couple of notes here, and there's a couple things here I have on my laptop about what the product says. So it's revamped, obviously, and so they have made this formula a little bit different. And what I noticed on here is that it is gel infused. So it says it's a gel infused hybrid, and what that means is that it applies like a cream and sets like a powder, and it says that it adds a natural tan flush when you apply it to the skin, and that's kind of what I've noticed with it. So I am wearing it today, and I'm gonna kind of get up into the lens here and show you. So I have it here on my cheeks, and then I have it up here on my forehead, and I'll actually I'll add a little bit more, I don't care. So let me just show you guys like brush wise. Am we doing this right? Yeah, okay, I wanna make sure that you can see it. This one has a little bit of a shimmer to it. I don't know if you guys can see that as well, but I really love this. So let me just put this mirror up. We'll just kind of, and as you can see, it just gives me a really nice little, I feel like it looks like I've been on the beach, like I've been kissed by the sun, and it's winter time. I mean, we do beach down here in the winter time, but I just love that sun-kissed look, and I feel like that's what it does. It's not overdone. So that's one of the things for me about shimmers with bronzers is I'm always looking, when I buy a bronzer, I'm leery, if you will, to buy something that has a lot of shimmer in it, because that can look really harsh on my skin. This is a place where I have texture, I have bigger pores, I think we all know that by now, but this is something that I don't want to draw a whole bunch of attention to, and sometimes the shimmers and bronzers can actually make my skin look rough. And this one doesn't. I'm super impressed with how it looks. I have on a full coverage foundation today. Nothing new there. I pretty much wear full coverage all the time, and I'm just really impressed with the way that it looks. The second thing is that it goes on really smooth. And in fact, let me just show you, like if I were to put my finger in it, it's got a really pretty, almost like a buttery, it says it's a gel, but that's kind of what it feels like. It's very buttery, but then when you apply it to the skin, I know you guys just saw me do it with a brush, but it just goes on nice and smooth. Now what's interesting is that I feel like that looks a little bit more of like has like an orange reflection on my hand, but on my face it doesn't look that way. It's probably just because my my foundation that looks a little bit better. I'm impressed with the fact that it doesn't look orange on my skin. Because even like, this is one that I wear all the time. I've had it for a long time and you guys see it in all my videos, but like NARS does not have any shimmer to it. It's darker for sure, but this one definitely gets a little bit, I don't know, muddy looking sometimes. Sometimes it's a little bit too orangey on my skin, and I feel like this one I can pretty much wear all the time. And then let's see, doesn't look muddy. That was the other thing that I wrote down. So I think those are the 4 things that I really love about this. It's the shimmer's not overdone, cruelty free. We are talking about this goes on smooth kind of buttery texture, and then of course it doesn't look muddy. And the last thing is that this is obviously a drugstore brand, so I kind of want to talk about the price just for a minute. One of the things that my sister-in-law and I were actually chatting about via text message yesterday was that we noticed that like a lot of drugstore brands are getting a little bit pricey, and we're not a fan. And the reason why we're not a fan is because if I'm spending $20 at the drugstore on a bronzer or a setting spray or whatever else it is, you know I can do that at like Sephora. Like I can go buy a higher end brand at Sephora and spend that same money. And so we were chatting about that via text message, and this is one of those brands that isn't that kind of price. And so I'm really excited about that because I don't want to pay that kind of money when I go to the drugstore, and I still want a quality product, and there's plenty of products out there that are really reasonably priced that are great products. And so this bronzer was $4.99. I was so excited about that because at Walgreens, I had honestly just intended to go in there and buy 1 product or 2 products, give these a try and move on. But not only was this $4.99, but Walgreens had a buy one, get one that day. So I was like, I can buy all the Wet n Wild things. And that's what happened. And I got a crap ton of Wet n Wild products, and I spent $21.98. So you really can't beat the price point, and that is super duper exciting because I think that, you know, again, if we're gonna do a drugstore product, I really try to go in there and make sure that I'm, you know, finding something at a good price that is also a great product. So far, so good. Wet n Wild, I definitely want to give 2 thumbs up for lots of reasons, but I'm super impressed, and I'm so glad that you guys had mentioned trying this Wet n Wild brand again because it's been a long time since I did that. So thanks so much for mentioning, guys, and I have a few more videos on some other Wet n Wild products coming out, so stay tuned for those. Now, my question for you down in the comments, if you are a WNW fan, Wet n Wild, as we type in the comments to shorten how many words we're typing, I would love to know what some of your favorite products are that they actually make. So if it's highlighters, if it's blushes, if they have a good foundation, if there's a good concealer, whatever there is, let me know. I know a couple of you guys have some favorites on some things, but if you have something else, just share it with me. You guys know I'm always looking to try new stuff, and this was really fun to get recommendations from you and try it and now make a video about it. So thank you, and then let me know what you love down in the comments. I think that's gonna be a wrap for today's video, so thank you guys so much for joining me. If you haven't had a chance to connect with me yet here, then go ahead and subscribe, and that's so you don't miss any future videos that come out. And of course, we can also connect on social media. It is one of my favorite places to get to know you. I have a private Facebook group that I kind of mentioned in this video already, but it's called Reformed Tomboy Beauty, and you can search it in the search box on Facebook, or you can click down in the description box for the link, and we would love to have you. This is a group where it's girls just like you and me. And what we do is we talk makeup. We do Masking Monday, which is essentially an accountability program for those of us who suck at masking. And I have a show once a month that is called Contour and Converse. And this is where I create a makeup look in real time with you. And it's a great chance for us to chit chat about products and anything else that is going on in each other's lives. And it is one of my favorite things that I do. And what's great is that it's private, and so only people that have opted in are there, and it's a great, safe way to get to know people. So if that interests you at all, you can click down in the link and join us next time. And I think that is all I'm gonna say, so we're gonna go ahead and close out this video, and I'll see you in my next one. #ReformedTomboyFamily. I'll see you soon.